Good morning, fellow NAGTROC members. This is Mike Collins, also known as Bulldog Mike. I just wanted to give a quick review. I'm not sure whether we call this a vendor review or a vendor's specific item review. But as you may know, guys may know, I have a full Alpha 9. There she is. Obviously, props to everyone who did all the work on it. But one of the upgrades I really wanted was the typical roll bar. You know, and I've gone backwards and forwards on which roll bar to use. As you see currently, I have the basic Sparco, and I contemplated the ACG, which I absolutely adore, but as you'll understand, it takes a lot of work to get it installed. I think it looks the best, but it is a lot of work. I looked at Forged. That's a great system as well. Just didn't quite like the cross-member design on it. Nero down at Titan also has a great bolt-in, OEM bolt-in version. The only thing with his, a lot of people have said, is the static harness bar, which is unremovable. I know he has an option, which is cool, as an upgrade to make it removable. So I went backwards and forwards. I looked at some other ones. Finally, I settled on one called the R's Tuning, a gentleman called Ricky Kwan over in California. Looked badass, so you know we want one badass, especially for an Alpha 9. Had the cross brace in it. In fact, there it is. And by the advertisements, it is called, takes 1.5 hours, OEM bolt-in, simplicity in itself. I got to tell you, these items, if they're supposed to be made on a jig, you would think that they would be literally bolt-in, OEM, and I have no doubt, because I've seen the photographs, that the R's Tuning has successfully installed these in some cars. But with the patience and diligence of a guy who most of us know called Derek Heim. Derek works over at DeLand Nissan, has EI Racing, and also is a one lap of America competitor and one of the best chaps around for working on GTRs in Central Florida. He took that 1.5 hours and it expanded to close to 6.5 hours last night of a valiant attempt to install this bar, again, that takes 1.5 hours to install, into that car without success. So why? What was the issues that a 1.5 hour bar is now sitting out here? Well, there's numerous things. Second, separate to the fact of the fitment issues, let me start with some obvious things. Firstly, as you guys can probably see from the color and the shine on here, it's a satiny black. Looks great as a satiny black. That's just not what I ordered. I ordered a textured finish black. That was a long debate and discussion as to the difference between textured, and I've never before been told by a vendor, hey, what are you complaining about? What's the big deal? Maybe you should just deal with it, and it's black is black. So, you know, as a customer service issue, I had a problem with that. The second thing you'll notice is on the harness bar itself, on the piece that holds the straps, there are no retainers. In the photographs that we on NAGTROC look for, it has the photographs with the retainer clips. When I questioned the R's Tuning regarding this, I was told that the mechanic tech personally decided that he wanted to go ahead and leave them off, didn't feel they were necessary, even though we as customers spend good money, close to $2,000 on these bars, and as a customer I chose it with the retainers. Again, when I complained, it was rather not well received by the folks over at R's Tuning. I think they were thinking I was making a big deal of the fact that in their mind you don't need them. Well, regardless of whether it's my mind or their mind, as the customer, I ordered them. But let's get to a couple of other things. Another quick minor thing as we try to install this, that 1.5 hours of the 1.5 hours it should have taken to install this bar was taken on these little things. If you can see, there's some billet. Oh.